I'm Gary Meads, and I'm a past president. I was running the joint in 2008. I came to the Friendly Sons really early. My dad was a member, and I was 17 years old when he brought me to my first dinner. And it was wild. It was at the Bahia. I don't remember who the president was, but I remember Bobby Sexton's dad was singing "When Irish Eyes Are Smiling," and it was crazy, and the whole thing was nuts. I'd never seen grown men in tuxes acting like 15-year-olds, throwing food literally. It was out of control. So I fit right in as a 17-year-old. I thought it was great, and my brother and I were there with some other assorted relatives, and came back a few more times, and then obviously fell away. I was too young to legally even be there, probably. But then I knew some guys later in my career who were involved. Mike McCarthy was a real good friend of mine, and Bobby Sexton, and actually Chuck Fox, which was interesting. They encouraged me to come back. Chuck Fox lived up in LA, and his wife and my wife worked together. And we used to be invited to a party that they would throw. It was a 3-day St. Patrick's Day party. And they moved down to San Diego, and they were having this out at their Rancho San Diego home. And I mentioned the Friendly Sons to him, and he'd never heard of it. He didn't know anything about it. And so he ended up joining and becoming a very big personality, within the club. Unfortunately, he passed years ago, but he was a good friend. Anyway, those guys got me in as a member. I was recommending the Friendly Sons, and I wasn't even a member. And so I joined again in 1996, and then a few years later was asked to join the board, and went through the obligatory steps that we're all going through, and had a great time along the way. Just met some fabulous people. Bob Mulrooney was president when I first joined the club, but it was guys like the Brothers, Franco Dwyer, Leo Sullivan. I mean, the list goes on as far as who was on the board when I got on the board, and it was a blast. It was a blast. I kind of likened those early meetings that I walked into, having never attended a board meeting before I joined the board, to a Marx Brothers movie. I mean, it was nuts, and everybody was hilarious. Everybody was competing. It seemed like chaos, but it really wasn't. It really was kind of organized. Things got done. The biggest challenge was always money. The financial report was always we're broke, or we got some money, or we got some money coming in. And somehow it worked out. If we got a little bit underwater, everybody chipped in, and it was always okay. But it had a really, really unique flavor to it that I've never seen anywhere else in business or on certainly any other board of directors that I've been a member of. But it always got done, and it was a lot of fun. And the first one out.